What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Great Outdoors, where we'll explore all things nature while we discover what it means to grow our friendship with God.
Let's play What's Missing? We've rounded up some things you'll find if you're camping in the Great Outdoors. You'll have a few seconds to look at them before they disappear. Then they'll all come back except one. If you know which one's missing, shout it out. What's missing? You got it. What's missing? You got it. What's missing? Way to go!
From canoeing and collecting wildflowers to watching sunsets and building huge campfires, there's never a dull moment in the Great Outdoors. And nature is full of reminders that God created us, loves us, and wants to be our best friend.
We can become closer friends with God by remembering to grow. G stands for get quiet. When we stop to get still and quiet, we're showing God that we're ready to hear what He wants to say to us. R reminds us to read God's Word. Reading the Bible is one of the main ways God speaks to us. O stands for open up my heart. We do this by thinking about what God has shown us in His Word and talking to Him about it. The last letter, W, stands for worship. One way to worship is by singing songs and thanking God for who He is and all He's done for us. When we remember to grow, we'll grow in our friendship with God every day.
Get on your feet. It's time to sing.
Wherever I go, and whatever I do, north, south, east, west, I wanna follow you. And wherever you lead, yeah, that's where I wanna be. 'Cause God, you are my God, I wanna follow you. You're my maker, my father, you're my best friend. And you love me, you hear me, that will never end. I'll seek you, I'll find you, I'll give you my praise. And I will follow you all of my days, all my days. And wherever you lead, yeah, that's where I wanna be. 'Cause God, you are my God, I wanna follow you. You're my maker, my father, you're my best friend. And you love me, you hear me, that will never end. I'll seek you, I'll find you, I'll give you my praise. And I will follow you all of my days, all my days. When I get quiet and I read your word, open up my heart, I wanna worship you. When I get quiet and I read your word, open up my heart, I wanna worship you. Maker, my Father, you're my best friend. And you love me, you hear me, that will never end. I'll seek you, I'll find you, I'll give you my praise, and I will follow you. You're my Maker, my Father, you're my best friend. And you love me, you hear me, that will never end. I'll seek you, I'll find you, I'll give you my praise, and I will follow you all of my days, all my days, all my days, all my days.
Great singing. You can take a seat.
The great outdoors is full of amazing things. Let's check in with our nature expert, Clay, to see what he's up to today.
Oh, hey guys, you caught me. I was just rocking out in the woods. Anyways, my name is Clay and I love to explore the great outdoors. Did you know that people aren't the only ones who can carry a tune? Today, we're gonna find out about some of the amazing things in nature that actually sing. Let's go check in with Mo to find out more. He's a real nature maestro, which means he's the best at making music in the wild. What's up, maestro? What's playing in the woods today?
Hey, Clay. Everyone knows that the great outdoors is filled with all kinds of sounds. In fact, you could say that many of the animals and some objects in nature can make music, even sing.
Seriously? Like, what are we talking about? A singing songbird or frogs croaking through the night?
Well, those are great examples.
Yeah, well, I'm really into nature.
Then you probably know that everything in creation has a specific purpose. It's fun for us to discover what that purpose is.
So, Mo, as a nature maestro, what do you do exactly?
Well, I record sounds in nature, and then I put them together to make music.
Oh, like when crickets are chirping, birds are singing, and water is rushing down a river? All those sounds are music to my ears.
Wow, you really are into nature. Those are exactly the things that I like to record. But there are other things in the great outdoors that make music too. Take rocks, for example.
Oh, I go to rock concerts all the time. In fact, I was just rocking out a few minutes ago. But you mean like real rocks make music?
They sure can. At Ringing Rocks Park in Pennsylvania, there are these rocks that don't look any different than regular rocks, but they make music.
Oh man, I gotta hear this.
Yeah, you do. Take a listen.
Rockin'!
It's pretty amazing. You see, when someone strikes these special rocks with a hammer, they ring like a bell. And each rock can produce a different sound based on its shape or size, or the way they're stacked on other rocks.
That is so cool. So this may be a ridiculous question, but there's gotta be something more than just their appearance, right? Or will just any old rock do?
Well, scientists think that the iron content of the rock is what's the source of their sound.
I've been hoping to buy a drum set, but maybe I need a rock set instead. These rocks could take my performing gig to a whole nother level. We could go on the road.
Well, Clay, the interesting thing is, these rocks lose their musical ability if they're taken away from the other rocks.
That's not good. We need to keep the band together. Well, since you are the nature maestro, have you composed a piece of nature's music by playing these rocks?
No, I haven't, but other musicians have. In fact, Dr. John J. Ott was the first person to arrange these rocks to play a concert.
Wait, a real rock concert?
Yep, a real rock concert. And he did this by hitting the rocks with a special steel hammer way back in 1890. But you know, there are also other ways that nature plays the song, like when the antelope squirrels get together with the toadfish.
Is that what I've been hearing down by the water?
It could be. Hey, do you want to head down there and record a special song for my new album?
Only if you let me join in with the singing.
You bet.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go rock out with Mo the Maestro. Man, what an amazing place it is here in the great outdoors. So much to do and learn. But for now, rock on.
Here's what you need to know. Worship God.
Deer versus frog dance battle. This side of the room will dance with the deer, and this side of the room will dance with the frog. Get on your feet and help your team win. Deer, freeze! Frogs, let's see your moves! Now frogs freeze! Deer, show us what you've got! The battle is done. Let's see who won. Deer win. Great job, everybody. You can take a seat.
Our friendship with God grows when we thank Him for how good He is. That's why the W in GROW stands for Worship God. There are lots of ways we can worship God, and there's a man named David in the Bible who knew all about it.
Worshiping God is one of the ways we grow our friendship with Him. It helps us to say with our words and our hearts the many things we know about God. And one way to worship is by singing. Singing is a powerful way to get rid of any bad thoughts you might be having, and it can help us feel closer to God. David shows us how worship is a great way to take our eyes off any problems or negative emotions we are feeling and focus on God's love for us. In Psalm 63, we can read how David was in a bad place. He was in the wilderness, hiding from his son Absalom, who had started a revolt against him. And that's where David wrote the words in this song. He started it by saying, "God, you are my God. I want to follow you." David told God how good He was and listed out the reasons he would think about God all day and night. He said, "I remember you when I'm lying in bed. I think about you through the night. You are my help. Because of your protection, I sing." David wrote songs to God before he was king, and later, David would escape the pressures of being king by getting away to a quiet place where he could worship God. There are many songs that David wrote that took his mind off of what was going on in his life and helped him focus on who God was. David loved to worship God, and we can worship God too. When we focus on God and sing songs to worship Him, our friendship with God grows.
Here's what you need to know. Worship God.
Squirrel parkour.
Meet Ivy. Monday was an awesome day for her. Her mom made waffles for breakfast, she wore the new outfit that she got for her birthday, and she landed the lead part in her school play. So when Ivy got into her mom's car that afternoon, she talked and talked about how excited she was. There were some worship songs playing on the radio, and Ivy turned it up louder. She sang along as a way to thank God for the best day ever. Everything felt like rainbows and sunshine for Ivy. That is, until gymnastics practice 2 days later. Ivy went to do a back tuck, which she had done like 1,000 times before, and landed wrong on her ankle. Just a few hours later, she was leaving the doctor's office in a cast. Ugh. Ivy was so disappointed. This meant she would lose the lead role in the play, and the backup would have to take her place. Ivy couldn't help it. She started to cry on the way home. And when her mom turned on the worship music that Ivy usually loved, she reached over and turned it off. She started thinking, if God really loves me, why would he let this happen? Her mom turned the music back on and encouraged Ivy to worship even if she didn't feel like it. She reminded Ivy that God doesn't change. Whether we have the best days or the worst days, he always loves us, and he promises to work things out for our good. Ivy didn't feel like singing, but after a few minutes of listening to the words in the songs, her thoughts started to focus on who God is and all the good things in her life, instead of being disappointed about her broken ankle in the school play. Ivy realized she could still be thankful and have joy, even when things weren't going her way. So she began to sing along, and knew that worshiping God for his goodness was exactly what she needed to grow her friendship with him.
Get on your feet. It's time to sing.
Your son, I commit my life to you because of your great love. I admit that I've done wrong. I believe you sent your son. I commit my life to you because of your great love. My God made a way for me to be his friend, and I know Jesus died for me, and I will follow him now. My God made a way for me to be his friend, and I know Jesus died for me, and I will follow him now. Yeah, ooh, yeah. Ooh. I admit that I've done wrong. I believe you sent your son. I commit my life to you because of your great love. I admit that I've done wrong. I believe you sent your son. I commit my life to you because of your great love. My God made a way for me to be his friend, and I know Jesus died for me, and I will follow him now. My God made a way for me to be his friend, and I know Jesus died for me, and I will follow him now. Yeah.
Great singing. You can take a seat.
Tracker in training. We're on the search for a wild animal in the great outdoors. Answer these questions for clues to help us find the animal. When we sing songs that tell God how great he is, are we ignoring him or worshiping him? Worshiping him. And that's one way we can grow closer and become better friends with God. Here's the first clue. Whose scat is that? To get another clue, answer the next question. In today's Bible story, who wrote songs praising God, Daniel or David? David worshiped God through songs, no matter what was going on in his life. Listen up. Which animal makes this sound? Getting close. Answer one last question to get your final clue. Is singing songs to God the only way we can worship him? No. There are lots of ways we can worship God, like talking to him, loving others, and enjoying his creation in the great outdoors. Here's a track to follow. Which animal is it? Great job, trackers! It's a squirrel.
Let's get quiet so we can talk to God. Everybody, bow your head and close your eyes. Hey God, thank you for always being good. We want to grow our friendships with you every day. Help us to worship you this week by finding ways to show you how much we love you. Amen.